Good morning, good evening, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. If you're on the other side of the world or not, it's Madden NFL 07, Texans franchise. Hey, I would say it's a moment of truth because we're going up against what I would probably look at as the favorites for winning the Super Bowl. Besides the Falcons, of course. So does that really make them the favorites? No, I don't think it does. But Tony Gonzalez added to already one of the best offenses pretty much in the last 20 years, this Bengals team. But hey, and then it's also forgetting the fact that we are the defending Super Bowl champions. Going up against a decent offensive line. I think it was more so just they have a solid defensive line with Sam Adams, Gig'em, John Thornton, and a pretty good crew of linebackers. Not too bad. Mr. Barber would have been 95 overall had it been like Madden 2004, 2005. But Jonathan Joseph's right there. Leon Hall, I think. I don't know if he's there with him anymore. But hey, this offense is usually what's pushing this team. It's snowing, fellas. It is snowing in Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see if that makes the Tigers any less aggressive, any less of an advantage for a Bengal out here in this AFC Championship game. Remember, we just beat the Denver Broncos in what seemed to be pretty well done by the defense and whatnot. But looks like we won the toss. We're, of course, going to elect to receive. But it's going to be interesting. This is a very solid defense of ours against this team. And almost gets picked off by Mr. Earl to start off the game. Going to hand it off to Rudy Johnson. And really, it's pretty interesting. Just a change of pace kind of running back. Because the dude is just a bulldozer of a running back, Mr. Johnson. But yet, at the same time, this team is definitely pass heavy. But you're going to get this guy to continue moving the ball down the field. 17-yard run. Nice first down run right there. Eventually gets taken down, I believe, by a pursuing Mario Williams. But a nice tackle right there by Mr. Earl. But it's going to be holding anyways. Going to accept that since it really wasn't like a sack or whatnot. Later on in the drive, Carson Palmer throws it out. Just gets completely murked on that play. Chad Johnson does. And then a pass down the field. Is it going to be good? No, it's not. Nice play by Earl. No flags are thrown. It's going to be Texans ball. And it appears if we get the first points of the game, it's going to be an advantage. It's going to be roughly 3 yards on the first play. But later on in the drive, 3rd and 8. Going to try to set it out to Roddy White. It's going to be incomplete. A little bit of contact, but not enough to really make a foul on it. Going to be Bengals ball now. And what has been pretty slow, TJ Houshmandzadeh with a nice catch. 3rd and 3 later on in the drive. Halfback draw to Mr. Rudy Johnson. I mean, he pretty much has 99 broken tackle at this point. Like I said, a fucking bulldozer. And then bam, pass out. Mr. Walker out of Texas A&M. We talked about Sam Adams, but this guy's going to just, he's already becoming a stud. He could become a superstar at the position as this team just continues to just play badass defense, as that should have actually been a picked off pass as well, but hey. Nice little sidearm action to Roddy White. Going to get a first down. 3rd and 12 later on. Hey, throwing it to Crawford. Buys us a little bit of room to set up the first points of the game. And Mr. Brown, probably the best kicker in all of football at this point. 3-0. Especially for an offense that seems to struggle and be inconsistent at times. We need to get the points where we can get them. But 3-0. Nice run on the outside by Rudy Johnson. Very next play. 2nd and 2. But now make it 3rd and 10. No, 3rd and 13, 11-yard sack by Mario Williams, who, again, just like in real life, became easily the best draft pick in that top 5, top 10 range for this Texan, or in general, and of course for this Texans team. But Mr. Cook ends up fumbling it after trucking a player, which really sucks ass in my opinion. But it is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it. Got ourselves a halfback toss on the outside. What a move by Rudy Johnson. Buys himself arguably 8 yards, since it looked like he was in the backfield when he was about to get stifled. And then now a 50-yard attempt by Mr. Graham. Going to no good. No good. Just barely. It appeared. I know it's dark right there on the bottom. Barely any fucking sunlight and whatnot. But you got Roddy White now going for the deep pass. It's going to be incomplete, however. Did eventually become like double coverage, it seemed like. But David Carr going to get on his legs and march his way down to about an 8-yard run for 3rd and 2. David Carr, incomplete pass, still 3-0. Two teams that seem to have quite the star power on each offense. just not seeming to put up any points whatsoever. But hey, this Texans defense we know is solid. But also, too, this Bengals defense has played quite well. Maybe a little bit of help with the home field advantage. But now it is Texans ball again after just that failed attempt on third down. Roddy White with a nice catch. Not going to really get the first down just yet. But later on, it's going to be Dominic Davis at LSU. Nice run right there. He's going to buy himself a couple yards, but here we go. Stud of the day, Andre Johnson, finally gets his intro to this game. And then big play to Andre Johnson. Fucking drops it. Fucking drops it. Come on, man. You can't be making plays like that and then dropping those passes. But Putzer buying more yards again. Should be 3 more points automatically. Wind is at our back. Easy. Just easy peasy. That could have gone for another 20 yards if you ask me. No, not really. Could have gone for another 10. But now 3 points again. 6-0. No points so far for this Bengals team. Only 3 catches, 37 yards by Chad Johnson. I'd say jinx ourselves, but at the same time, this game was already recorded. So, going on. It's going to be a pass out to TJ Husmanzada. Maybe points to be done before the end of the half, but Gorin is not helping this team scoring. And it's 6-0. Still, Dante Robinson, however, gets injured. That is our best cornerback. And Philip Buchanan. I mean, dude's good, but Dante Robinson seems to be the stud for the passing defense at cornerback. And it's actually going to lead to a nice little catch right there by Chad Johnson. First down, no huddle. A minute 13 left here. First half. I haven't really seen that much Tony Gonzalez. But here you go. Philip Buchanan. Nicely done. Going to be batted down. 2nd and 10 now. Very next play. And bam. He just gets destroyed by Chad Johnson on the outside. And just like that, fellas. Hey, the scoring system works out, right? Just shows you just how important it is to finally get a touchdown on a drive compared to getting just 2 failed drives to not get a touchdown. And it's going to lead to a 7-6 lead. Cincinnati is feeling it. David Carr is feeling it right now with the heat. And it's going to be picked off before the end of the half. Terrible decision making on my part. 50 seconds left. Cincinnati passes it now to, I think it was Chris Henry on that one. And they should get a first down right here. No, they don't. Penalty on Cincinnati. 3rd and 10. I'm going to decide to accept that penalty. And then Seth Payne decides to injure his fucking chest, which is weird because he's grabbing his wrist. 3rd and 10 now after the holding call. And it ends up just becoming 4th and 2 again like it was supposed to. But Mr. Graham puts it through 10-6. And now we're looking forward to a second half that honestly this offense of the Texans, now you got a holding penalty on Mr. Putzer with a humongous fucking meathead neck. Gets 6 yards back since the first down. Nice catch by Mr. Crawford. That's a dude that I want to just, if we can't afford both Roddy White and Andre Johnson, that's the man I want to become a 1 or 2 for us. I mean, the athleticism's there. We just need him to go ahead and build up on his awareness. First down after the fumble. Ironically enough, we get more yardage after that, and then here we go, another interception. And it just seems like, again, that's 3 on the day by David Carr, a guy who seemed to be getting his shit together throughout the end of the season. And what just seemed like a slow start for this offense is weird. I mean, how good he is, how good his weapons are, especially his, decent tight ends as well. But Roddy White, Andre Johnson, Crawford's definitely a deep threat with 98 speed and huge leaping ability. It just doesn't make sense. But Texans ball now. Crawford with the catch is going to actually lead back to Bengals ball. Nothing having for these teams. And then here we go, Mr. Walker ends up fucking up. It's just, that's one thing for sure. His speed, his awareness is there, but the speed is not. And Chris Henry, R.I.P., rest in peace to him, and also rest in peace to Mr. Walker. Because Chris Henry just put on the fucking afterburners and just toasted his ass for the touchdown. Bengals are now going to be up what should be 17-6. I'm pretty sure. And it's just, things are looking a little grim. Things are looking very, very grim. It's a pass out to Cook, going to lead to about roughly 9 yards. Turns out to be 8 yards. But hey, Dominic Davis gets the nice first down run, pushes it through for about 6 yards. Later on in the drive, third down conversion, pass out to Roddy White, and make it a nice, nice move for some yards after the catch. 17-6 still. Cook wide open on the outside. It just seems like it's weird to me. There's a lot of linebackers in this game. Just don't seem to have the awareness to cover that. Or the play call just doesn't seem that good either. But getting down the field finally, starting to use some of these smaller routes compared to trying to bomb it down the field. Owen Daniels now makes a move. Doesn't actually get out of bounds. Surprised by that myself, but it's going to lead to a Dominic Davis touchdown. And bam, going for 2 now. What will this team do? It's David Carr, out of all people, ends up running it in. 14-17. Pretty much a full quarter ahead of us here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3. You got play action pass over to TJ Houshmandzadeh. 3rd and 6 later on in the drive. Carson Palmer throws it out. Another first down to TJ Houshmandzadeh. Now 3rd and 4 later on in the drive, and it's finally going to be in favor of this team. 52 yards. Can Graham hit this one? And oddly enough, he does. But again, he probably had the wind at his back this time, so it makes a huge difference. Andre Johnson with the catch. And Houston with the first down. 2nd and 10 later on in the drive. David Carr throws it out and make that the 4th interception of the day. What's going to happen, fellas? We're only down by 3. Or, sorry, down by 6. This team's got to do something. Now it's a 4th down. Got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left after this field goal. Now make it 23-14. What should we expect? Expect a nice completion of Crawford. That's first and foremost. And then another one somehow sneaks through. It's going to be another first down. 1st and 10, just under 3 minutes to go. Crawford with the pass now, and he's wide open. That's a touchdown if he catches that. There's no way anybody catches him, especially an outside linebacker. But Andre Johnson, I say man of the day, folks. What a move. What a move. Not only breaks the first tackle, evades the other tackle. Or he evades the first tackle, breaks a tackle, and then he evades another one, but now trying to get our stops. 3rd down. And then bam, it's going to be Texans ball, fellas. 1st and 10. 21-23. What's going to go? Putzer, what a pass by David Carr. And we're pretty much in field goal position now. 2 minutes left in this one. In field goal position. It's time to run the clock down for this offense. Moving it down. There you go. 1 second left on that play. And then bam. Got ourselves 30 seconds. Well, we sit here. We wonder for a second, right? Because, well, we had the ball. There's only 3 minutes left, right? Only 3 minutes left. This defense ends up getting our stops. We end up getting the ball back, right? Well, there's something funny about this. A man forgets that he uses 3 fucking timeouts. We just came back. This game's in the bag. This game's the bag. And I forget that I didn't have any more timeouts. And the Cincinnati Bengals squeezed that one out. A game that I don't even think they deserved. I think we deserved to see a Falcons-Texans rematch in which both teams are even better somehow. Especially the Falcons. But what a heartbreaker. I mean, because I think it's one thing to lose a game in which the other team just outplayed you. It's another thing to where you squeeze it out. You set yourself up with an opportunity, and then you just fuck up. But the Seahawks, 16-2 Atlanta team now, 40-3. I mean, how do you beat that? Michael Vick, people talk about Michael Vick, cover Michael Vick, Madden NFL 2004 Michael Vick being just like cheat mode. Michael Vick in Madden 07 is a cheat code. His team is just badass anyways. And he's only getting better. Randy Moss is now one of his targets. But simulate this game, it should be a Super Bowl win for the Falcons, to be perfectly honest. Hey, yes. There you go. 31-19. Atlanta ends up winning the Super Bowl. Pretty sure Michael Vick, if anybody, was probably the MVP. It's just it's a shame that we just didn't give ourselves another chance for a back-to-back. But 4 picks by him, 3 picks by Carson Palmer. Not the most amazing game by either of them, but hey, 21 points in the third quarter seemed to be the difference. Atlanta gets their first Super Bowl, or no, second Super Bowl since they beat the Colts in the first one. As always, fellas, it's a heartbreaker, but